Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Vikings at 9-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner. But to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Cousins gives way to Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Cook following the penalty. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Play action now. Cousins. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Madison running on first, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Madison will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go now.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down at 5. Richardson now on second down.
Rolling to his right. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cook running right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
19 right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Caught by Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off play action, Richardson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A final shot before the half, Richardson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cook up the gut. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Running for it. Here's Cook.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Madison running left. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go Madison up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch. Two. Watch twins.
Another carry now for Madison.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the red zone now, Cousins steps away. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On third down, they run with Madison. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Check. 18 Rattler.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Richardson to the air on first down.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Second down, here's Richardson.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Ben Banagou
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Third and long for Richardson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The slot man in motion right.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Dancing to his left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Come on. Set. 19, 18. Mustang 19. Go street.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Warriors 70.
Now Richardson.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They go play action with Richardson.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Hawk 70 Ranger.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Richardson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Richardson to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
One last shot for Richardson.
This to possibly force OT.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Minnesota, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.